Well, I did a couple of canvases today, and so I thought before I cleaned up for the evening, because it's almost 7:30, I thought I would do a record album. So we'll say bye-bye to Mr. Guy Lombardo. I'm going to just cover up the holes this time. Sometimes I leave the hole open, and sometimes I cover them. And today I'm just putting a little sticker on there. And if you don't get enough paint on your album, you can see the sticker come up through it. So just to let you know that. So my next album that I do, I'll probably just leave the hole open. Alright, that's navy blue, red, and as usual, just making it up as I go along. Right now I don't have a plan. Just wanted to play before I put everything up for the night, before the hubs gets home from work. And we generally have late suppers here because he works long hours, especially in the summertime. He's a logger. So he gets up when the sun comes up and he comes home when the sun goes down, generally speaking. It's my light orange. Ooh, let's put some of this purple. This is some purple I mixed up with island blue and red. So I'll put a bunch of that in there. Hope it's not putrid when it comes out. Shamrock green. I'm going to stick to mostly primary colors, except for, a couple yellow. Okay. I got quite a bit in here, so I'm not going to alternate colors too much, because there's a lot of paint in here. Another shot of that purple, a shot of the light orange, and a little bit more of my island blue to lighten it up. Woo. There's the fart noise. Time to refill that bottle. One more squirt of red. Ooh, that's dark. Let's do one more canary yellow. Give it a good squirt. I'm probably going to have a lot of extra paint left over, but I can seal it up with a piece of plastic and a rubber band and use it for another pour. It's kind of hard to show you because it's really full. But I'll try to pour it out so you guys can watch, because usually I'm pouring so you guys can't really see it come out. There's bubbles going. Ooh, yeah, speaking of bubbles. Cells are starting to form in my cup here because I give them good hearty squirts, so they'll mix good. If you give it a gentle squirt, it just kind of hangs out. But if you give it a good aggressive squirt, they blend more. I don't know if you can see that. It's really cool looking. Anyways, hard to see. So, here we go. I'm just going to rock it back and forth like they do for tree rings. It's not going to come out a tree ring design too much, probably, but I just want to rock it. Lots of purple. Here comes the island. Some yellow and some orange is coming. Comes a little bit of green. Okay, I should have plenty, so I'm going to stop right there. I still got almost half a cup of paint, but it could be used later. That's a lot of red in there. Yeesh. More red than I had planned. Let's see if it looks prettier after we rock it back and forth. So, right now, it's awful red looking, as you guys can see. But I didn't plan on having all that red, and there's nothing wrong with that color, but it just wasn't my plan. Yeah, I got a ton of paint on here. A ton. So let's just get rid of some of it. Sometimes I like to save it back into a cup, but with these colors I'm not going to do that because I think it would become muddy if I did. Okay, just going to go around. Some pretty green and yellow streaks. This one's going to be weird, isn't it? But in a good way. Yeah, the yellow's starting to poke out a little bit. Okay. There we go. Yeah. See, we're starting to see them pretty rings right there. Some nice little streaks on the side. I don't want to lose too much of that design, so let's just make sure we got enough paint off of there. Because see, that's awful muddy right there. So yeah, I don't want to mix it too much, and that's why I'm not going to save my extra paint for this one, because we don't want that muddy color. It's alright for some things, but generally I steer away from the mud color. Alright. Okay, I think I'm going to stop it right there. And I'm going to put a little heat gun to it. And I don't know if that sticker will pop through when it dries or not. Sometimes it'll dry enough to where it pokes through, and other times it doesn't. So just depends on how much paint that's left on the surface, I guess. Here we go. Come on. For goodness sakes, hang on. This little torch goes through the butane a lot. Or quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, it goes through a lot of butane. So I'm going to get me the bigger torch that stands about this high, and it's got a little base on it so I don't knock over all the time. Because I didn't realize how hot this got, and I laid it on my table and the vinyl melted. So I hurried up and wiped it off. Whew, wiped it off my gun real quick. But yeah, I need a bigger one for all the torching I do. And then I can use this little torch for other things in the house. But yeah, I need a bigger gun for the painting. Oh, there's a pretty yellow streak right there. I wonder if I can bring it out more with the heat. I never know what to do with this hand when I'm doing this with my arm here. Guess I'll tuck it in my pocket. Boop, 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 boop. The lines are pretty. They're a little flared out right here, mixed in a little bit too much. You know, got a little muddy on this side. Just a little bit on the edges, but ooh, took the gun to it so much. Now some cells are popping up through the rings. I hope it's pretty. I hope I didn't ruin it. But yeah, some of the cells are popping up, but you know, you got pop them air bubbles and junk, and I like to have those cells pop up. And it's brightening up the rings too. You'll see it when I show you guys. It really defines the lines as well as bringing out cells. I'm going to quit right there, and I'll set it up right so I don't burn the rest of my surface. Yeah, I'm going to lay it right there on the metal rack. Alright. Give you a look, see? On my last video, it cut me off because the button for this thing is right by my thumb. And so my last video I did with the canvas, it cut off my sentence, but it's not a big deal because it's at the very end. Anyway, there's the record album. And I didn't even name off all the colors, but you know, it's red, homemade purple, shamrock green, homemade orange, royal blue, navy blue, and red, pretty much. So, there it is. Now, last time I flipped it over like this, and then I turned it off because I put my thumb right there. So anywho, enjoy your evening, and don't forget, there's a giveaway coming up in a couple weeks. Love you guys. Bye.